everyone. My name is Ali Bajamal. I'm the project lead for the future food sector here at the McMillan Innovation Studio, specifically for the food safety and freshness project. A little background and introduction about our project. Last semester, we created a smart device that attached to your fridge drawer to detect early food spoilage and alert the user through an app or an email so the user can take action. And we thought, what are the chances that restaurant might need something similar to that? So we went on an exploration trip and interviewed about 11 restaurants of various sizes, various cuisine throughout Northwest Arkansas. And specifically, we interviewed restaurant managers, restaurant owners, and chefs. And for the customer perspective, we utilized Google reviews and Yelp reviews due to the current pandemic and safety precautions. Our problem statement is that a small restaurant needs a way independent of human senses to assure quality and food safety in order to save money and increase customer trust. Our target user would be the food handlers, including the chefs, food storage person, and our secondary user would be restaurant managers and customers. Before we dive deeper into the presentation, I would like to bring up some stats. Based on the Department of Labor, the restaurant turnover rate for 2017 reached about 72%, which is the highest in any sector in the U.S. Training a new employee could cost you upward of $3,500. Uh, Chipotle lost about $250 million in 2016 due to E. coli outbreak and lost even more throughout the year due to customer trust. Why did I bring up those stats? Because throughout our interviews, there were three main pain points that almost all the restaurants we interviewed agreed upon. The very first one is that consistency is a very high priority to them, especially if you have multiple location or you are open throughout the day and you have multiple chefs, multiple food handlers, and you want to keep that consistency throughout the day, throughout all of your location. Uh, what goes in your salad not necessarily goes in your sauce. Different food shelf life in different stages uh, means different presentation. That piece of tomato that is about to go bad might just go to a sauce instead of going to a salad or next to your steak in a plate. The second thing is that time and cost of training is very high, and if they can save on that, they'll be very happy. And third is that customer trust is a very huge part to them. They build their brand based on that. They build that reputation, and anything that would shake that customer trust, whether it's someone getting sick or changing in taste, would crumble their empire, and they cannot recoup from that. Big chain like Chipotle have the cash and resources to recoup from that, but family restaurant, small restaurant do not have $250 million in cash sitting around to recoup from that. So it's very important for them to protect that customer trust. And for the solution, we listen attentively to them and with empathy to figure out what solution best fits them. And the very first one, it gotta be simple because they're not ready to learn anything new and they don't have the time for that. And they gotta be ergonomic because if it feels weird to the touch, it feels weird to handle, they do not want it. And it needs to be integrated within their system because they invested heavily into their inventory and checkout system, and it needs to be low cost and reliable. And I quote one of restaurant manager who said, "If it breaks more than once a year, I do not want it." So, ladies and gentlemen, I presented you with Wafer Enterprise. As we mentioned earlier, we have Wafer for individual household. Now we have Wafer for enterprises, and it solves the problems in three ways. For the consistency, we have a benchmark. You can set a benchmark and know, this piece of tomato can go into the salad, into the sauce, being thrown away or kept. By setting the number because it detects methane and ammonia gas levels. And then for the training, it's pretty simple. Anyone, almost even a 5-year-old, can deal with the barcode laser gun. It's pretty simple to use. And a third one is the customer trust. By using the badge in your restaurant, knowing that the customer knowing that you have a scientific base, reliable device to detect food quality, to assure the safety, that would increase the customer trust for you. And I would like to thank my two great mentors, Dr. Kent and Tracy Farah for their tremendous help throughout this project. And I would like to thank my team for their effort throughout this semester to bring this project into reality. Thank you very much.